Shut up and sit down.
Hey you skellywags! We start off today with Joytoy and images I've shared on the channel previously. Now this beast type mecha at the time was rumoured to be a transformable mech, but we hadn't seen what it would transform into until now. This image was shared through the communities by Asura, which has that transformable beast type mecha now in this flying bike form in red, looking very impressive, hopefully a bit more stable than a previous transformable mech, also with a new pilot on the top which looks like a Saluk female figure. So this is image of the Saluk White Flame. Here is an image of the female figure from that set, which is out now. There is a review on this set on my channel. Here's the male figure. Here is an image of the Golden Legion Saluk set, video on the channel too. Again with the female figure here, followed by the male figure, which will give us an indication of what we can expect from the new line. Here is another image of the beast mecha but in a different color, with a male figure on top. As you can see there, a different sword that I've not seen before, the helmet looks different, and it seems like a different color scheme on the actual figure itself. The Saluk sets are some of the best from Joytoy, so let's hope they carry on that tradition with this new stuff. This is one of the transformable mechs that have been released so far from Joytoy. The mech mode is actually pretty good, solid. The bike that it transforms to wasn't as stable as the robot mode. Let's hope that they amend this in a new iteration. So I ended up creating different mechs with my transformable mech. Firstly with this one for my snake sitting in this mech. And it ended up being quite fun making my own little designs with this thing, as limited as it was. It was a fun little venture. Now that the fear wave is done, it looks like we're venturing into a new wave of large 1/18 scale mecha. Images here shared by Asura. So in this image we can tell it's 1/18 scale as they use Stina as the pilot, and I love how the opening mechanism is from the top and the pilot can, in this mech, sit down. This is the latest image that was shared online. It looks as though they're looking into adding a few soft goods here. Not to my liking, I think I prefer the look without the soft goods, but I suppose it's good that they're adding that for those that want it. And it doesn't stop there. Here's another 1/18 scale mech. This time, this mech has a head on the top. With the cockpit open for this one, reveals a pilot inside that looks to be in prototype form. So hopefully it'll be a mech that comes with a figure as well. We'll have to wait and see when the official announcements come out from Joytoy. This literally just in, shared by JL Turn in the communities, is that prototype mech we've seen shared by Asura previously. This here, I'm uncertain if it's 1/18 or 1/25 scale. Due to the cockpit size, it looks like it might be a bit smaller than 1/18. Very highly detailed this. There you go. And one of the functions is that it's removable upper body bit, which we will see here. So the upper half also acts as a spaceship basically. So you've got your mech slash spaceship, which is a very cool concept. And if it is 1/25 scale, I hope that Joytoy do something like this for 118 as well. Either way, it looks like a great mech in any collection. I'm sure that we'll get more information and news about this in the coming months. Seems to be highly articulated there with the wings too. I just hope that this thing is sturdier than other mechs we've seen. In particular, I've heard the Iron Wrecker isn't as stable as one would wish. Mortimer from the communities has recently received his and shared that information with me. A few QC issues with his. Sticking with mechs and Joytoy, we have the 40k mech here, the Invicta Tactical Warsuit, which, as you can see from these images, looks to be a very big boy indeed. The release strategy has been confirmed by Joytoy, so we will be getting a Chinese exclusive and then a Games Workshop pre-order release made to order. JL Tan has shared this footage from Joytoy, which is a full second wave of 40k figures, including the Tactical Warsuit, Intercessors, Blood Angels Death Company, and Primaris Librarian. This footage from Joytoy, shared by Patrick Chan, is of the Ultramarine Primaris Librarian. .118 scale, 28 points of articulation, with a softer plastic for the cloak. This figure will be a bit bigger than the Intercessors and also the figures we've currently got from Joytoy's 40k range so far. As you can see, very highly detailed, spare head and extra hands. This footage with another look, shared by Shiyo Lau. Lastly, from Joytoy, hot off the presses from Sua An, we have the gentleman figure, the suited figure here, now with a cyberpunk-esque helmet, which is really up my alley. And here to the right we have a brand new buck, which initially I thought was an Acid Rain figure like Jesse or someone like that, but under closer inspection, of course, is something completely different from Joytoy. They've got shoulder pads which are new, the legs, the bottom are new, everything there looks brand new, the helmet of course. These two will be must buys for me, most definitely. From 33 Industry via Patrick Chan, we have the new Asura figures. A couple months ago we got the release of these three figures, which were highly articulated with a wealth of extras and accessories too. I have the green one and we'll be doing a video on the channel at some point. Now these new ones, I'm not too sure if these are finished product images, but they do look unfinished, just with the simple two colors they have. Here I'm not sure if this is maybe the robot looking into the gun, or if it's transformed into something. But yeah, it does not look, just from these images, as impressive as the initial release. Here's the red one. So I'm hoping that maybe these are just still sort of prototype images that we've got here, and that they'll intend on maybe putting a bit more paintwork on these things. Fresh Monkey Fiction have teamed with Big Bad Toy Store for the next wave of Eagle Force figures on a sort of Kickstarter basis. So each figure has a goal of 500 pre-orders to actually go into production. The first one here, Gorgills, will be going into production along with Jack Burton. Frank Walsh. It's all in the reflexes. Also going into production we have Charlie Brown with Snoopy. Blockhead and Doggy. And the more recent figure to reach its goal, Black Dynamite, or Leon Kelly. The rest are still to reach their goals. Got another just under 20 days or so to get your pre-orders in through BBTS. If you want to see any of these figures come to light and be released officially, so go over there now if you're interested in any of these. Each of these figures comes with their own individual accessories and personalities. Some of them obviously give homage to other franchises, and others are also harkening back to the previous wave from back in the day. I'm really enjoying what Fresh Monkey Fiction are doing with their line. They're injecting a bit of humor here and a wide variety of different figures. I'm surprised Mario here hasn't reached his Louis Bruno and Tony Bruno, his brother, haven't reached their targets. So if any of these interest you, get over there now, support Eagle Force and Fresh Monkey Fiction. These images were shared by Kit Lau today, with not much information whatsoever, just the word fighting, ! and the hashtag Millinillion. So I put my detective hat on, followed the hashtag, which brought me to this image, which also looks like a Loggins and reminded me of Kit Lau's previous post, which was this image. So from what I've been able to gather, it seems to be a collaboration of artists working together. After checking the Instagram page of where the other Millinillion's image came from, I came across a bit more information. So the first artist collaboration is with Tira from Thailand, who created this character. Next we have from Japan is Meraki Lumber with this design. All seem to be using the Loggins buck. Next we have Malaysian designer Wang Kok. So all of these seem to use the Loggins buck, but with their own spin on it with the heads. Which then brings us to, of course, Kit Lau. Now these figures, from what I've been able to uncover, will be limited release from the 20th of November. No idea where you can get them, so keep an eye out on this Instagram page. So that's it for now. A few bits I had to add in there just last minute, as Joytoy seemed to be bringing out a load of stuff and prototypes. But a few more things I'm working on. Got new Acid Rain World figures in, I'll be doing videos on. Keep an eye on the rest of the content. Join the Patreon, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll scale you later.